Tonight we're at New Hampshire. We're up north. Tonight maybe stop and give me some lobster tonight for dinner. Cause these boys are going on a short track, flat track, up north. It's New Hampshire, baby. And we be hopping to the race in 1 second.
Yeah, we'll be getting there in just a second, but we're going live at New Hampshire, which to me is one of the toughest tracks on the game. I believe if you put water inside of it, it'd probably spill over the sides as the corners are so flat, barely have any banking. You chews your right front tire up. So tire management's key on a track like this. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody chooses to try to wall bang. I doubt that. As we'll see as everyone's getting lined up now.
As you said, tire consumption. You will see people, if it comes down to caution, you will see guys pit early in a fuel run just to pick up tires, because that's how bad the tires wear here in real life and virtual life. Because that corner is tough to handle. As they all getting lined up right now. Let's see who got pole, and of course the man up front, the guy in that 17 car, Fluffy, will start from pole.
Fluffy knows something about New Hampshire. He's really good here. I've seen him on the leaderboards. So as always, he's going to be the guy to watch tonight. Dark horse pick, RKM's always steady at these kind of tracks like this, flat tracks. So that's what's your dark horse pick and your big boy favorite? There's somebody out there in a primer gray car. I don't even know. They don't even have a number on it.
Like I say, my dark horse. I'm going to pick I want to say it's a dark horse, but I'm gonna pick Boomhammer. The Forest had, like I said, they've been picking their game up. And like I say, Fluffy, as now Fluffy has become a captain in the Ford camp, so he's been helping them guys out a lot. So I see Boomhammer, or might say somebody, like I said, I ain't gonna put Fluffy down, but I see no one of these Fords going back to breakthrough lane. But I still see that the guy that's still to beat is that 17 Fluffy. As he, as you see, he's out front with RJ not far behind, and Trout, who's in the 18, filling in for A-Trout, who couldn't make it tonight. So you see him in the 18 car. As those are your top three at the moment. But Fluffy, he's starting.
AJG, he can run with Fluffy now. It's just him and Smitty both. They can stay there with him. It's just how they have their tires set up. Do they have a short run esports setup in, 13 lap setup, or do they have a long run? Right now no one's been able to make any kind of setup. They're just on a loose 7 or a straight 6, and they're just having to run it until they make their adjustments right now. And as you can see, the top 3 is pretty even at the moment, but let's see what happens after they make their adjustments.
Yeah.
Could be a whole different ball game then. I know Fluffy done told me straight up he knew a whole lot about default racing. As you can tell, I mean, the man's faster than anything. AJ giving Smitty a run.
AJ been running him down little by little as we got about for second. Let's see if AJ is going to drive it in deep and try to stick his nose on there. RJ set up.
We got Ford, Chevy, and Toyota. The Toyota trying to get to second. Yeah. I'm going to go on his onboard and see how Jackson Gable, AJ, if he's going to run him clean. Hopefully he gets a clean run on him.
Yeah, he been inching the RJ's going to pinch him down just a little bit.
Yeah, he pinched
trying to hold that spot off.
So far, AJ's running him clean. I'm on his onboard.
Like saying, it's hard to make a pass because you would think the preferred lane is at the bottom, but the actual preferred lane is in the middle. It's in the middle of the track. Yep. You can get underneath them really and come on the phone, but the run you get off the corner in the middle is going to be tough. So the best way to pass here is going to be with the slide job, which is AJ's trying to. But here's the thing, he doesn't want to burn his tires up. So I think right now I'll just ride. I'll stick my nose.
That's what I would do. I would drop behind RJ Smitty and just say, hey man, let's ride.
And like I said, that's what we see him doing right now.
Save some tires. Yeah.
Oh, we got a car that.
Like you said, if you just hang it, I don't think it's best to be at the bottom on this track. It's better to be up there in between the first and second white lines.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
We got a battle back here for fourth. It looks like Spanker got by Broom, and he's starting to make a little headway towards the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little farther back in the pack here.
So we got a little bit of racing everywhere. We got Mills and it's like, I think who's in the 14? Lights the Plant, bound for position.
Yeah.
The 22, the 22 at Larson, the 10. And it looks like we did have a guy to lag out. I think that was Taddy in the 12. So
Creed having major trouble right now. He's dead last on the tracker. He's the type to take it real easy. He's running here. I'm going on board with him.
Yeah.
He's driving a real smooth line. I think maybe he must just. He's a real patient driver.
Like I said, I think he'll probably take it easy. Just ride along, not try to use stuff up. Just like saying, at most try to keep on the lead lap, at least run clean, get some laps and under his belt.
Right. He's all about getting experience, and if say Fluffy was to come up on him, he would move right out of the way. He's always that type of driver. I like racing with Creed.
Oh, Fluffy's around.
Oh,
it looks like
trouble.
It looks like Fluffy might hit the wall and hit that little glitch spots come out the corner and spun him around. Luckily, he didn't. He lost maybe just because he had such a big lead. He fell back third, but he lost a lot of time. And luckily, we raced with no damage.
Smitty the lead now, so that's gonna make the 18 want. He's sitting there licking his chops right now, saying, "Okay, well now if I get around the 42, I could lead this thing for a little bit." It's being broadcasted by Trey and Roofer, man. I want to get up there front, but
it looks
he
like
better worry about that 17 behind him because he's getting his stuff packed together now and really.
But it looks like RJ was able to pull up a little bit gap, so maybe he saved a little bit.
He saved his tires, right.
Save a little bit for the end of the stage. As like I said, the tricky thing about here is usually when you get in the corner, you want to go wide back into the throttle and mill the corner on exit. Here, you have to feather the car through the corner. You don't get wide open until you see the straightaway here. That's the one thing we're gonna see a lot of guys have trouble with, especially on exit, what we just saw with Fluffy. As you want to pick up the throttle early here. Like I said, if you want to run a good lap here, you're going to have to wait on when you pick up the throttle. Usually, I always tell myself that when I always want to pick the throttle up, I wait. I need to go later because if you just pick up a little quicker on exit, you're pushing right towards the exit. You're going to hit the wall coming on exit. As we see,
have to let off as we just seen Fluffy do. I'll tell you what. This is one of the hardest on the wheel. It's almost impossible. I mean, you got to sit there and just wait and maybe barely just throttle it, and then get back on it. As you're finally come out of the corner. If not, you'll hit the wall every time.
Yeah. And as we get back to the guys up front, I can see AJ. He's trying to get the gap. I see him. He's driving a little deeper. Going in 1 and 2, like he runs to the bottom.
Oh yeah,
and he's trying to make up that gap.
He diamonds the corner a little bit. He runs a dirt go-kart in real life, so he knows all about driving race cars, and he prefers to diamond the corners here. He'll dive to the bottom, float up to the middle, and then he said he was going exiting underneath the yellow line as you seen Fluffy just do.
Yeah. That's saying. As you step out, I'm in the back. I see we got a 4-way battle for position with the 20 Mills. One of our newcomers go like the flow in the 10. The 14 of Lights the Plant. and the 22 of Larson, and they all bound for position. And we see Larson get on there, go with the flow as he's nice in there, like in the back, running, just logging lap. Oh, looks like Larson might got on the wall just a little bit.
Yeah, I see that. Mills, he got it together. He's a great racing. Mills.
Yeah, and as you see, Liza Plant makes a crossover.
Plant got underneath him. Is 20 going to come in? I think he's going to come in there.
As we see a lot of guys come in. Like saying, this is what I was talking about. We're a little early in the fuel run. Like saying, but
they want to go ahead and get their pit stops in.
Yeah, but also looks like that AJ actually might have got in front of RJ coming down pit road. So that might help AJ out. But it looks like RJ may have just took 2 tires or just enough gas to get to the end of the stage. So
right now Creed in the 6, they have stayed out, it looks like. 14 of Life's a Plant stayed out. That's our leader, I believe.
I think the leader. Yeah, I think I think the leader is back to Fluff. I think Fluffy stayed out for a couple more laps. You might see.
Him and 18 still. Actually, 18's in the wall. Actually.
Yeah.
As Fluffy just passed him. Actually.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
Let's see, is the 11 still out there? Because he's known for
11 still out there. 9 came in. The 10, I think that's a 10 in. So we see Creed. We think Creed.
He will always. Yeah, I don't think Creed's pitted yet. So I don't know about everybody
else. He might be playing a little strategy. Trying, like saying,
Creed.
Either, like saying, because of how the stage is, you might be able to make it to the end of the stage on field, but tires would not have been the problem. But I'm still saying, that's maybe why he was backing it up, running laps, trying to save a little tires. Trying to see how far he can make him go on his longer run.
Plant just came in the pits. Okay, so the 14 was our leader, but he just came in. So Plant came in. So right now, I believe that still puts the 11. I know he hasn't pitted yet. I believe he's probably going to come in this time, and then I think that'll cycle everything out. Last night, man, everybody ended up 2 laps short, and in Mills's league, and got a speeding penalty on the last pit stop after leading all of stage 3. It hurt, man, it hurt. But that's what these guys got to be careful of at a track like New Hampshire. It's a difficult pit road to get on, not one of the easiest pit roads to get on. So hopefully no one gets a speeding penalty, because if you're going to get it, Stage 1 is the perfect time to do it. You can recover. You don't want to do it late. You don't ever want to do it in Stage 3. But it's hard to tell right now. But I think a couple cars. Oh, we got one car just got on the pit road. Let's see what car this is. The 6 cars on pit road. So that's another car that's made a stop. So I think Creed right now is our leader until he makes his pits up. Creed is known for pulling off. I just don't know if it's going to work with the right front, how much time you lose here. You go from running like a 31 to a 32.5. That's how much time you lose. As you can see, I'm on Creed's onboard. He's just really creeping right now compared to the guys. They're just flying around.
He's starting to push a little bit in the center. So Helen Carr may be a little bit of a struggle. As you see, RJ is creeping up on. So this might be a battle for the lead right now. RJ is coming fast in a hurry. So it might just see Creed pull it over.
I think either that or RJ's unlapping himself, you know, which is going to put Creed behind after his pit stop. So Creed, if it's time to come on in and get some good years, unless you can make it to the end of the stage, or unless a caution comes out. Well, now he's able to hold the bottom a little better now.
Like I say, he's probably starting to back his corners up just a little bit, just trying to limp, just trying to see how far he can go. Like I say, you never know. He might have been saving enough to get him to the end of the stage.
Right, there's a track you could do it. I think it looked like he just thought about coming in that time right there. But look, I've been riding on board, and he's been lifting really early, real conservative. I'm looking behind him.
He
got a
has
pretty big gap. Yeah. So it has to be him out front because he has a big gap. He just hasn't pitted. I believe that might be Fluffy coming on fresh tires behind him, maybe, or maybe even the 18. I see cars in the frame behind him, watching from behind him, but I just can't tell who it is. They get closer and closer. Let me go back here to the guys that will be the leaders once Creed does pit. Let's see if we can find. Let's see. Here's Fluffy and Plankton. Okay, here's Fluffy. Let me see.
Fluffy's going too. He's got past the 10 to go with the flow, so he's making up a lot of time on Creed.
Yeah.
On, actually, that might have been.
Yeah, that's Fluffy catching Creed. So if I don't think it's going to work out for Creed. He lost so much time out there on old tires that Fluffy is coming right now. This is going to be a battle for the lead, I believe, right here. With
now, I think Fluffy would be a lap down too if RJ got by him.
That could be.
Cause RJ came out before AJG. And
that's true. He short pitted, that's true, yeah. So RJ's first place and then Fluffy's second once Creed pits. I see what you're saying. And AJG in the 18 is right behind Fluffy. So far, every manufacturer's been strong though. Fluffy in the Ford, RJ Smitty, and AJG and in the Toyota, and Creed in the Toyota. They've all really been strong. So it hasn't been just one, group, but we're still early. But here recently it's been, Chevy, it's been Ford, I like it when it's, even, so no one thinks anybody else has an advantage.
And we
see Creed gets right out of their way, right?
Let's say he just let him go. Let's say he just run it.
I think he's saving gas majorly, just trying to make it to the.
Let's try to make it in the stage.
Yeah, right. So I would probably just watch.
Oh, looks like he's coming to pit road now too.
Okay.
Look, here comes 11 to pit road now. So.
All right.
So he might be. If I was him, I would just short pit, getting up. Well, out. Like I said, come get 4 now, and just fight out for the next stage.
Let's see. Actually, no. Smitty coming around.
Here comes Smitty now. So here comes Smitty. He would take the lead now.
Is Smitty that far ahead of Fluffy? He's going into. Let's see. Let's figure this out.
Yeah. Smitty is about straight away ahead of Fluffy right now, I would say.
Wow.
Because Smitty's going into 3 now. And I can see Fluffy coming out of 2. So there's a straightaway difference in between them two.
Wow, Smitty's worked up the heck of it, but his tire's gonna.
But I think Smitty either took 2 tires or just gas and go.
That could be. That would make sense.
I think Smitty might just took 2 tires and just got a big gap and just start limping.
Yeah, Trey, that would make sense to me. Because what would you think, about 30 laps, per stage? They probably
I would think so. It's
4 laps of fuel, yeah, something like that.
If they're running 50%, it's about 150 laps. So
right.
I would say maybe 30, 40 laps on a run, and
right.
probably 50 laps a stage. So maybe that 30 or 50 laps a stage. So it should be a good amount of laps.
And as always, if anybody's ever interested in joining the Giggity Race League, just even drop in the chat, you know, say I'm interested. I always look at the chats, and I even give shout outs to the fans if anybody that's watching. But Taddy can get you in, Trey can get you in, and I can help get you in, RKM, any of these guys that you see here. If you look at the names that are scrolling across the stream, just ask any of them guys, hey, how do I get in a race? And we'll get you in a race and see how you do.
It looks like we're at the end of stage 1, and I
believe so.
I would think that would bring
Creed's strategy almost worked out, though. I mean, he was a couple laps from making it work out. I would also like to thank, as we're in, you know, under caution, Dank Vapes for making it possible for me to make this broadcast tonight. Really helps being able to call a race with no pain after falling off a roof recently. So
yeah, glad to see you that you able to. Glad to see you be able to join us even with that. As we are coming, have a little lag problem on my end. As all of them are
powder. In Florida, they actually just legally realized that you can go down just like it's a store, bro, and it's just pretty cool. So,
alright, here we go. I had a little lag trouble on my end.
Yeah, my end too. We're sitting still, red flag here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, it looks like we're having a little lag trouble right now.
Even the Creeds come to a back.
Yeah, everybody
on pit road. Wow.
Looks like we're having a little technical difficulties on my end too.
I think we may have lightning in the area. We are on the lightning clock, everybody, and may have parked it for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to back out and rejoin.
And
sounds like Daytona. All right, let's see if we can rejoin. Cause sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm not really sure what happened, but we're gonna try to go back live in a second.
I've seen this happen before at the end of a stage, and what they had to do was restart another race and do it 25%. But we'll see what happens here. As the 9 car is actually going around the field, sometimes it'll straighten itself out. What they need is a caution. If you guys can hear me, if there's someone that's able to make a caution, it will straighten things out. Now, if anybody's listening to the live stream that's is running around the track, if y'all get together and call the caution,
I'll rejoin. Okay. As we're back on track, I said I'm back straight on my end. Let's see if we can jump to the front. And back up front is Fluffy. Fluffy's back up front running as RJ's in second. And Spanger's up to third as he's looking to the inside of RJ trying to get that second spot. But as
I'm
AJ
disconnect, if you can send me another invite so I can see it on my end.
If you go to your say on screen join session, once you back out you can rejoin back in. But as you're looking right now, we got battle for second with RJ, AJG and Spanker. As they was going door to as AJ gets the bumper to RJ, it looks like RJ may have got loose on entry and might stack both of them up as they went into 3 and 4, and AJ got the worst end, so he got loose when Spanker came in rear-ended him. He got moved up the track. As we got a battle for second with Spanker and RJ, but Fluffy is up front, and that's what he loved seeing his room with.
On lap 50, hour 46, I was able to see the lap counter as I was coming in. So we're about a third of the way into the race.
Yeah. So as we see that Fluffy's starting to open up a little bit, but RJ he hasn't gone to a big gap, but the gap there's probably 4 or 5 car lengths in between each other. For him,
anytime you can put time on Fluffy, you've done something. You know, I know Fluffy did hit the apron, RJ short, but anytime you got a 5-second lead on Fluffy, you've done something.
But as I looked at, we got Fluffy in first, RJ in second, Spanker in third, AJG in fourth, and we got RKM rounding out the top 5 in that
That's my dark horse. He's the one I believe in the primary gray car tonight, but that's my dark horse pick for tonight was RKM.
As we have another car out, looks to be the 6th car. It looks like he may have some technical difficulties to it. He might be out the race just for now.
I'll tell you, are you surprised about lack of cautions tonight? How clean they've been, you know?
Like saying everybody's giving each other room. As we see that Spanker actually made a slide job. Maybe RJ saw, hey, he's a little faster. I'm gonna let him go. And it looks like Spanker jumps up to 2nd right now.
Yeah. These guys are really, really willing it tonight in this New England shootout here, up here in New Hampshire right now. On board with AJG, and he's digging at the RJ Smitty right now. Really, really digging.
Yeah.
So,
but as we're back in the pack, we saw from Larson's view as he's now just riding along. He's got a lot of ground to get up, but I don't think best just ride along, get some laps. Let's not push it and just see what the car is going to do. As he's got a little gap from him to Mills, and most everybody's kind of strung out. Only battles we see is for literally up front for I think was 2nd. And as you know, we got a little battle for 3rd as
AJG is on RJ's bumper.
Yeah, maybe them 2 tires maybe starting to bite RJ right now as they starting to fall off. And the hell in the car.
RJ gave him the room. He didn't pinch him this time. Let's see if AJG can make the run on the inside.
They still saying AJ's at the quarter pole. He might get him. He might drive in a little deeper in a 3. Up track. Gave him a little more.
Let off a lot, but he's still up. RJ made contact with the outside wall, but AJ ran him real clean there. I mean, he couldn't have got any farther and on the brakes any harder. RJ trying to cross over, but I think AJG's a little faster at this point.
Yeah.
So he decided to tuck in and just stay behind him. That was for 3rd?
Yes, that would be for 3rd spot.
Yeah, nice. And now it's RKM's got his sights set on RJ, but there's a big gap there. Ooh, as he hit the wall, as he's got, I think, the 20 of Mills breathing down his neck about a 2nd behind. Or no, that's actually the 2-car Boomhauer, I believe. Let's see. The Auto Trader car, yeah, that's Boomhauer. And the 2 with Mills.
Oh, we got car inside wall hard. It looks to be Fluffy again.
Oh, big trouble. Big contact. I believe we may have a caution here.
No, it looks like Fluffy actually. Fluffy may have trouble, and it looks like he backed out now. So that's a big blow.
That could be a big pull to the points.
Yeah, but now it's open game. It's fair game. It's open. Now the checker flag is open for everybody now. As you see now, Spanker takes the lead. Takes over the top spot. So that's a big blow. And that opens the door wide open for somebody else to take the win today.
Wow. How bad did it hurt RJ Smitty? Or I see he's still in about 3rd. Okay. It looked like Fluffy may have just lagged out. I don't know what happened there. That was just...
It looked like he went towards the inside wall and bounced off and went back up the track. I don't know, maybe he had a little lag on his screen or what, but that's a tough break for Fluffy.
Smitty's on pit road. The 11's on pit road.
Maybe trying to short pit to see what happened. As we got Spanker,
pit road, the
Spanker's coming
on pit road. Yeah, I believe everybody's coming to pit road. RKM's coming to pit road. The 20 stays out.
214, 22 stays out.
So Mills is our leader at the moment. He stays out. The 20 of car of Mills, someone we haven't talked about all night, but real consistent. Had a little trouble last night at the very end of the Las Vegas race, man, but really good racer. a guy I like racing with. I wouldn't consider him a dark horse, but I bet you he's coming in the pit road right now. Him and Boomhauer, looks like they both get slowed down to, I believe, 30 mile an hour. So that's going to put Plant in the lead.
Yeah, Plant and Larson stayed out. And maybe with that short pit, it looks like maybe Creed maybe up to second now.
I'm on RKM's on board. I'm going to see where he ends up when things shake out. Because I know he was up there towards the guys up in the front. So we'll see where it shakes out.
Yeah, RJ's up to... He's back to 4th. And I think with that short pit from Creed, got him up to 2nd spot. So that might be a good run for Creed right now on the stage.
Yeah, Creed's been always one of those guys that's, if I can't beat you on speed, I'm going to out-thank you. And he'll start saving from lap 1 sometimes, and it's really impressive to some of the things he accomplishes just by out-thinking people sometimes. He'd be one of those guys be tough to play in chess, I would believe. He's just real strategic. Tough for Fluffy, though. He's had, last week when he won one of his races, he was trying to, he was 4th, 5th, in points. He's missed a race, and he was telling us how important he didn't want to miss any more races, and then he lags out tonight. Really unfortunate.
But he still got a chance to make it up at Pocono, which is later after the race.
And so, did he pick up a stage win?
No. I think RJ actually picked up stage 1.
Yeah, that's right. You always get a playoff point for stage 1. So.
Well, as we got Battle up front, here Creed's looking to the inside of Spanker, and this might actually be for the lead right here. So Creed's making a little headway now, because he is a little bit on older tires than Spanker, but I've been watching Creed. Creed's able to run that bottom line and let the car roll through the corner. And looks like saying Spanker can drive it in deep, but Creed can get that run off the corner, which is helping them close that gap.
I'm impressed with all of their great driving tonight. We haven't had one caution yet. Really, really superb driving by everybody. But yeah, the 11, like I said, he's running a heck of a line, sometimes below the yellow line. And AJG's coming in the picture there. I believe he'd be a guy you have to watch out for now with Fluffy out of the field. Not saying that he wasn't someone to watch out for before, but I know he's really licking his chops now, with Fluffy out.
But he's got a full rear view of RJ as they go side by side for position.
We got 2 Toyota Chevy battles on the field here.
Yeah. And it 11, looks like that the 14 hasn't pitted yet. He is our race leader right now, which I've been told. So
okay. So these guys are back here battling for after plant pits. Okay.
So he might be pulling a bit from Creed from the last stage, just trying to stay out a little longer. Maybe short pit, try to get some stage points to help him along. So this might be a little bit of a strategy play to go into the next stage.
Plant's a good driver, really smart driver. He deserves a cup seat. I've raced side by side with him, and he was able just to hold it pretty as pie. What a really clean driver. So
yeah, it looks to be that we have Lysa Plant first and Larson. Those are the 2 guys that have not pitted yet. So they might be playing a little strategy, trying to see if they can get some stage points going to the end of the stage.
Yeah, I know these guys want to rack up every stage point they can. That's a great way to do it. Stay out and set yourself up for, you know, you got a long ways to go usually in stage 3. So.
Yeah, and as you see right now, we see Larson coming to pit road. So I would move Spanker up to second as the 22 is coming down pit road, and we actually are in within 10 laps go. So he might just take fuel and go from there.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I was getting down close. I would just take a splash. I wouldn't mess with tires because you're talking about at least 9 seconds if you take just right sides, you know. So just take a splash, no tires, and get out of there. You know. You can see the 20 of Mills is coming up on Plant. I don't know. That's probably to unlap himself.
Yeah,
because Mills.
As I would think probably. License Plans both new lap the entire field, and you can see he is pushing up the track a little bit, and it might be looking like he may be coming to pit road now.
I believe so. You can see the difference in fresh tires there. Mills is coming.
Yeah, the 14's coming down pit road. So as that will bring the 9 to be the leader. Actually, it looks like the 9 maybe has some problems. As we see the 42's up there now. Actually, no, we see that the 9 and the 11 may has got caught by the 42 and the 18 of RJG and AJG and RJ. So that might put them back a little bit. Let's see where Lights of Plant come out yet.
I think AJG may be our leader right now.
Yeah, because it looks like he's
nobody in front of him, but he's got people behind him, you know. The faster guys like Smitty. Smitty's right behind him. Spanker's behind him.
So this will be a big shakeup as we see AJG out front, followed by.
No, it's I'm sorry. Let me look back here. That's actually Boomhauer ahead of AJG and RKM. So I think RKM's the leader of the race with Boomhauer in second.
Looks like RK got on the wall.
Oh, so now Boomhauer is our leader. I believe. Unless there's a car in front of Boomhauer. There's 2 auto trader cars, right? So that is that the 9 car up there?
I don't know. I'm sorry to put all the confusion, but I think we kind of lost.
When these guys get spread out at New Hampshire, like this,
I know we're in the last part of the stage, so we should be able to get it all figured out at the end of the stage. So
all right, I see the booms just now going into turn 3. So let me see. Spanker's coming out of. I believe Spanker's our leader right now. He's going across the start-finish line.
But
yeah.
But Spanker's in
Spanker's
3.
our leader.
But like I said, I remember seeing it was Creed and him battling for spots, and Creed's in front. He's going to 3 right now, and I think Spanker's in 4, but I think AJG is the leader.
Okay.
Cause they, yeah, I think AJ is the leader because his stage in he slowed down. Yeah, I think AJ's leader. Cause I see the 22, he's pulling away.
22 and the 18 on my screen.
Yeah, they saw, and the 22
maybe
was in front of him. He's still going. So since he didn't get lapped, the stage is in for him. He's got to come around to the green white checker.
Yeah, I think AJG won that stage. Actually, on my screen, the 42 and 18 are.
And like I said, AJ is the leader.
Yeah.
RJ's in second. Creed, after making that, like I say, short, but he's up to 3rd now
Nice.
at the end of the stage. So that's a great run for him. Spanker dropped to 4. Dropped to 4th, I was seeing. So yeah, that playing a little strategy got him up front. I knew he was bound for the lead because he pitted with Smitty, and it looks like he got out ahead of him. But like I say, he might have took 2 tires like Smitty did in that early stage in stage 1 to gain some track position, and he might have been using up trying to get by the 9 car. So that's the solid run for him. Yeah. It looks like everybody pitted except Creed. So as we see a battle up front, as we got the 18 and 9. Ooh, 9 goes real wide to the end, to the edge. AC comes back up as that 3 wide. Oh, 22 is into the 20. Up in the wall. Big wreck behind him. And it looks like they all saved it. I don't know how, but they all saved it.
I'd say that was a save. That's one of the best saves that I have personally seen with my own 2 eyes in a long time.
As we go back to the front, here comes RJ looking to the inside of AJG as they battle for the top spot. RJ gave Smitty a little.
And AJ is battling tonight.
Like I say, since Fluffy is out, these 2 have showed that they're the dominant. The other 2 that have been dominant, they've been up front. But I wouldn't count that 9 car.
AJG's not even one of our Cup regulars. He chose to take his points in Xfinity.
Ooh, it looks like AJ might have drove it in a little deep. That's going to open the door for RJ. Can he get the clear? He clear on coming out too. But here comes AJ.
Trying to cross him over.
He going to do the crossover.
Is he going to make it work?
Is he going to do the slide job going into 3 and 4?
He got it sticking.
He might get
tapping the brake.
He might get it. And he does the crossover, slide job right back in front of the 42. But with these 2 battling, that brings the 9 car. Here comes RJ looking to the inside of the 18.
They're putting on a show for the fans. He's going to slide job. Somebody comes into it, makes contact. But it just hurt the 42. Spanker gets around him.
Like I said, looks like he might have got tight coming out the corner, and he tried to pell it. And let's go over. Here comes Mills, looks to the inside of RJ. He's getting backed up. Yeah. Mills trying to do a slide job on the 42.
Yeah. He's getting so tight right now. He was pedaling it, trying not to cause an accident. Yeah. So,
but here
great job, RJ.
Here comes RJ.
He ran it too hard, and RJ's jumping right back on Mills Nation.
Yeah, and here comes RJ, and here goes Mills with the run on the outside as they side by side. Well, RJ driving in deep, trying to make the slide job work. It looks like he might. Is he going to clear? It looks like he.
Here in the Giggity Racing League, man, anything can happen.
Yep, it looks like he's gonna get your slide job on the 20, gonna clear him. Now he's gonna try to sit his eyes, trying to catch the front 2. As we see Spankers gaining a little ground on the 18. So, like I said, I was saying RJ and Smith and AJ was the top 2 since we lost Fluffy, but don't count that 9 car. 9's coming. He's looking to make his ground, and he's running for the championship in this division. So
exactly.
So he's gonna look strong, try to get past AJ right here.
So AJG's actually irrelevant in points, but he's still saying, "Hey, I want to show you guys I can run with you, Cup guys." He just came down there to Xfinity to make my life hard, but it's okay. I have a lot of fun racing with him, man. But he's really a great job on some of these tracks like this. He gives some awesome tips. But I tell you what, Smitty and Mills have been really impressive tonight. I mean, Sprinker's been really impressive tonight. And I tell you what, 2 guys you better not count out, Plant and RKM. They're still in this thing.
Yeah, but we still got eyes on the front 2. And actually, AJ's starting to put a little gap on Spanker. Spanker may be backing off.
Is Taddy not racing tonight?
He lagged out early in the race. He was one of the guys that lagged out early in the race. So, like I'm saying, he might take a blow here, but he might get him back at Pocono. So.
Okay, I see. Go with the flows in the 10. Okay, created in 11. Yeah, he's gonna have to go at the tricky triangle, but right now,
As you said,
got anything from?
As you were saying, watch out for Arcane. He was under pressure from Go With The Flow going 3, but he looks like Go With The Flow may overdraw the corners, and that opened up a big gap. But here comes, it looks like Larson trying to pull a slide job on Go With The Flow, but it looks like he ain't gonna get it done here. But he's still gonna try to put a little effort in there.
So our leader's 18 right now?
Yes.
AJG walking out with Spanker behind him. He's trying to show a little bit that Toyota's not out of this thing. You know, it would be nice for Toyota to see victory lane. I don't know if we've done that yet in the Cup Series this season, so you kind of got to root for the kid. Doing a great job at the moment. Just really smooth, consistent line. You know, Spanker's running him down.
Yeah, Spanker's running down. But like I say, you also see Boom back there. He's lurking in the way, see if he can maybe get some. Try and spoil the party for some of these guys up here.
Actually, these guys all want to win this race. It's one of the prestigious race. You actually win the New Hampshire Lobster 150. I mean,
everybody want that expensive lobster dinner later on after this race.
Right. I mean, if you go home and say, "Hey, I won," that New Hampshire and won that coveted lobster dinner. I mean, the Martinsville clock and the Martinsville, hot dog is very famous, but so is the lobster up in New Hampshire. So right now, AJG and Spanker are really having a shootout.
Closing the door. Spanker's closing the door up on AJ, so gotta keep an eye out for him.
It's been a day for non-cup regulars to have a good day, so we're gonna see if AJG can pull off a little Justin Haley magic like he did earlier. A non-regular pull off the upset.
Yeah. But I like to say by saying these guys are put on a show, but in a couple of weeks, we're going to see something new. We're going to see Heat 4 coming out. So if you're just joining us and by saying, we'll be still running in Heat 3 until everybody gets caught up with Heat 4 and everything when it fully comes out. But
the guys that I know, everybody's going to have the game within 4 days. We'll probably have the league. Everybody up. I don't know if we'll continue. Well, we still got till September.
I talked to
August.
Like I said, I talked to Taddy about it, and he said about time the game comes out, we'll be in the home stretch of in all the series.
We're gonna want to miss the playoffs.
Yeah. Right. So, but still, we're gonna still keep Heat 3 for the guys who hasn't going to get Heat 4 yet until everybody's maybe after a month or two, then everybody will be in Heat 4. But I'm actually really excited after all the previews I saw for it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
To be able to sit down, make new setups. I'm hoping, I run on a steering wheel, so I'm hoping the physics on the steering wheel is better. Because on Formula One, it drives like a dream. So I mean, it can only get better. So I'm hoping that the physics are a little bit better, like it is on iRacing and Formula One. So it's gonna be awesome to sit down and hopefully some of our setups transfer over so we don't have to build all the way from scratch, but that's going to be interesting to see. But Giggity Racing League's only expanding and growing farther. We want new drivers. Like I said, if you're clean and not someone that comes in and posts vulgar, things like that in their chats, anything like that, respond clean, regular guys. We have Fluffy that runs with us as one of the pro esports guys. He runs within our Cup Series here, so we have pretty much a series for everybody, Trey, he runs our truck series. He's a really fast guy. He runs our truck series. I run the Xfinity series, and right now this is our Cup Series, guys. So we even run Custom Cup on Wednesday nights, and we run Custom Xfinity on Friday nights as well. So trucks on Monday and default Xfinity on Thursdays. So we pretty much cover the map.
I say after we see that, like I said, the gap hasn't really changed from up front, and it looks like maybe AJ's actually
I
opened
feel
up.
like AJ was playing with him a little, you know, kind of let him get up there, save those tires, and then open.
Well,
up
like I say, because now
we're
in the final stage. The first two laps were, I think, 50 laps. This is gonna be the longest part of the stage right here. So maybe you see guys, instead of pushing hard now, maybe back off, save the tires. Like saying, cause you saw guys.
I'm gonna go on board with Spanker and just see how, you know, how he's running. If he's all out, if he's trying to manage, you know. Right now he's in all out kill mode. And then I'm gonna go on board with AJG and just see Spanker just come in the pits actually. So I guarantee you the 18's
like
saying, next
we
lap.
see RJ already in pit road too. So
yeah, so the 18 will not surprise me if he comes in the very next lap. So that's going to put them out ahead, I think.
Well, it also depends on how, like saying,
how good of a pit stop you get.
Yeah. But I'll pull out the Mills second. Mills been having a solid day. He's been running about in the top 5 most of the day. Like I said, he ain't been on
20, and I'm proud of him. You know, I love that car right there. I've driven it in the mini race, and I'm proud of Mills. He's done a great job. Couldn't think of anybody I'd want to run that number. I took that number because a lot of people don't race that car, and everyone always knows Roof was in the 20 or whatever. But now Milton's got it for Cup, and I'm proud of him.
As we got battle for looks to be third. With Boomhauer and Life's a Plant, they going back and forth at it. He's trying to look. Boom's running the middle lane. Plant's running the bottom. He's gaining little by little. It looks like Boom may be coming down pit road right now, and it looks like
has been working all week on. I know at least New Hampshire and Pocono. He had lobbies up all week. He was running 30 flats, really fast times. He did a lot of his homework this week.
Yeah. And it looks like AJ's gonna stretch this run out a little longer. Maybe like saying compared to what we saw in stages, a lot of guys pitted early to gain the tire to get the tire. Now you see guys as we get into the longest part of the stage, the third stage, which is the longest one. Now we're seeing guys stay out a little longer, like we saw Creed and Life's Plant do, stretch the stage out. And try to
stretch that Caramello M&M's Toyota on the line tonight. It's just I know he likes New Hampshire. He was telling me I can run 29.9s, you know, 30s consistent, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, but he's really proven to me that he can do it. I haven't seen him hit the wall really once. He's been able to hold the bottom, run a really good race so far. Still got probably at least 50 laps to go though, so we'll see how things shake out. He's coming in the pits right now.
Yeah, here comes AJ to pit road. And here comes the leader to pit road.
Great pit stop. Mills on pit road as well.
Like saying those CEOs maybe trying to work together. Cause you know they're.
That'll put Plant out in front now. Plant stayed out. Yeah, Plant stayed out. So, and I believe there's another car that stayed out, unless that's Smitty on his new tires. Yeah, never mind, that's Smitty on the new tires. Let's see, I'm on board with Plant. Let's just see where he shakes out compared to the 18 car. He's running a nice line right now. So I'm kind of thinking that Plant might have already pitted. I don't know. Is he really, well, he's staying out. Okay.
Yeah, he's staying out because he's one of the guys that stayed out longer in the stages, trying to see. Like I said, they was getting prepped to see what that car will be able to do here on these longer stages, trying to get to the end of the stage.
I need to get one of these guys to live stream for me so I can go in there and see the vital information like laps to go and lap counter sometimes.
Yeah, it would help a lot. I would think Ford probably might have that at the next stage.
That's what I'm hoping. NASCAR I think they're gonna have that for us commentators. I never think they expect
as we see right now with the like saying, because when the cycle comes in, we will see AJG back up front. But as I'm looking right now, I'm on board with the 42. Now he's not just taking. He pitted before the 9, so that might have been. And he put a big gap. Actually, I think the 9 may have had a speeding penalty because he's far back in the pack.
You're right.
So he may have had a speeding penalty because he's way far back because the leaders are going into 1 right now, and he's on the back stretch. So he lost a lot of time because he was actually
Would you count on a caution? You know what I'm saying? If you made that kind of mistake, since there have been no cautions in your head, you're thinking, I need a caution, but
I don't. Like saying because they're spread out a lot right now, and a lot of these guys have been moving out the way for these front runners. So it's kind of hard to say. And as Plant, he's on pit route right now, so I get the lead back to AJ, and he's got a good big gap in between him and RJ right now in second. They about, I would say, maybe a half a straightaway in between each other. So
I know that AJ wanted to win this race bad. He has a big taste for lobster, and he's really good at New Hampshire. But here's the thing about AJ: he has been known to make a mistake. I want to see if he could. He's done it.
Well, I'm saying I don't think he's gonna make a mistake unless he screws up on pit road, because he has a big gap in between him and Smitty.
That's what I want him to see, because I've seen him lead a lot of laps and then somehow, mess it up there at the end, and I'm hoping, he could put the whole package together tonight. It'd be nice to see and get him here in the booth.
Yeah, it looks like the 9 may have got a spin, but he lost a lot of time. Because it looks like he lost maybe a good couple positions.
You get a speeding penalty here, you're talking about half a lap, maybe even more. That's a tough to come back from. And I know Spanker's a very
right now
fast
he's
driver.
bound with Lights of Plant, and Plant is probably running maybe 5th. I would say maybe either
6th, 5th.
Yeah, 6th, 7th. As we see Mills and Boomhauer go, and as they make a little contact coming out too, and they have a big gap in between them and Smitty, which is running 2nd. So I think they battle for 3rd and 4th right now, and looks like Mills may got the better advantage of that. And then we see Larson behind them, and we got a couple cars coming to pit road early. The 96 of RKM, the 11 of Creed, and like I said, Creed, he's had an up and down day all day. He's a couple laps, like I say, running a good clean race, but he just a little far off. But like
sometimes he'll try to stretch fields too long and he'll end up hitting the wall and making a mistake.
But like saying, let's give a shout out to Mills and Larson. Mills, who's in 4th, and Larson in 5th. Those two, like Mills been in the middle of the top 5. Larson, he's up to 5th right now. He's been running probably 6 on back, so that's a good run. As we see,
Mills is really good. I like Mills. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell who Larson and Boomhauer, because they both run the same paint scheme. But we got
Larson. I haven't raced with Larson a whole lot, so I hate to keep him out. He's done a great job every race I've seen him racing as well.
Yeah, looks like we had a battle for 4th with Boomhauer and Mills. Like Mills may have got on the wall and opened up again, but he's closing the door back to Boomhauer.
I'm honestly surprised there's these guys. They did their homework. They come out. They come prepared. They haven't been in the wall a whole lot tonight. They haven't, the lap guys have got out of the way. It's just been a really, good night for racing. Really clean.
Yeah.
As you can see, the 10 don't hold the 18 up.
Yeah,
go.
Looks like go for the 18 preferred line, let him go, and just drop right behind him. You see RJ right behind him. He probably let AJ go too. But like I'm saying, I don't see this unless the 18 makes a mistake. I don't see him losing this race right now because we're getting into under 30 to go. So unless somebody can stretch their fuel mileage to make it in the end or make a short pit.
Is that RKM? I think. Is that him in second?
No, he pitted. He's a couple laps down right now.
He's trying to get his lap back. Okay.
Yeah, he's short pitted. Like I said, I don't see AJ losing. He has I would say more than half track to a whole straightaway back.
He's pulling what I call a fluffy. Right.
Yeah.
He's pulling a fluffy on the second place guy as of right now.
Yeah, because as of right now, he about has a full straightaway gap between him and RJ right now. So basically, it's his race to lose right now.
He's doing a great job. I maybe have to implement a new rule. If you win a racing cup, you have to race the cup the rest of the year.
But I'm saying you never know. Like I'm saying these guys, like I'm saying these, that's why we got these hot seats and these like I'm saying these open rides and racing the dabs, because some of these guys know how to race some of these tracks, and they gonna give these cup guys a run for their money. And same goes for any other series that we race in, trucks, Xfinity, all that. We have these dash races for these non-full-time guys that wants to race in, like saying, the lower leagues up and going from the trucks up the cup, just to see what they can do. And like saying, AJ's showing like, hey, I might be a Xfinity guy, but y'all better watch out that if I get a chance to race up in the cup, I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
Especially if you come out like Mills Nation did,
actually,
a lot of people didn't.
Actually, they saying Spanker is actually the leader right now, so that's that's throwing us a little bit of a curveball. Okay. I thought AJ was up front. He had looks like he had bigger. Maybe Spanker may play a little strategy.
And Plant is second.
Or maybe did AJ get a speed penalty?
AJ's third. We might have been off the whole time, and Spanker might have been the leader with Plant. I don't know. That's
the break of not having somebody to strain. We can't tell you what I say how they're running.
Right, Spanker. So we apologize. Plant's in second, I believe, or either getting lapped by Spanker. So I believe Spanker's first and AJ's in second, trying to catch him. Is what I think. I don't know, the 14's holding his own right there, so it might be Plant, Spanker, Plant, and AJG, 1, 2, 3, actually. Thank you guys for giving us the correction.
Yeah.
Especially while driving, that's a really good job.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to Taddy, who is out the race, so he's probably in the 4th chat. So he can tell us like who's running the top 5.
Oh, 14's making a big dive move on the inside of Spanker right now. Let's see if he can make it stick. I think this is the move for the
lead.
For the lead, right? Or
wouldn't
be so
but
aggressive.
Here comes like I say now. But here comes
they made contact.
But like I said, here comes
trying to get him. Oh, here comes AJG. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The guy who we've been thinking is the leader all night, now he's in the picture for the lead.
Yeah. Now here comes AJ as he looks to the inside 9, and that would be now we can talk about AJ being the lead. Now this is his race to lose, as Spanker is not now front. But like I said, Spanker pitted earlier than AJ.
He just took it and grabbed it.
Yeah. So because like I say, Spanker has a little bit older tires than AJ, so his tires are maybe starting to fall off, while AJ's are still half decent.
You got to think about this at New Hampshire. You know how hard it is to pass. And he's just coming there.
And here comes Spanker to pit road right now.
Spanker on pit road. Okay, that's why their tires are significantly off. So let's see how strategy is going to play out. This is going to be is AJG going to have enough to make it to the finish, or is he going to have to pit? So it's all on pit strategy. I've seen AJG lose a few races out of this away, so I hope it plays in his favor tonight. Some guys, they like to short pit as soon as their tires get, start going down just a little, and other guys will stay out 6 more laps of run and save a whole another pit stop. And that's what I believe happened, or might have happened there, and we just got us confused.
Like I said, it would be nice to have a ticker somewhere that tells me, oh yeah, these guys, who's in first, who did that. I
believe 704 Games, or whoever's making the next NASCAR leaderboard is going to put that in there. AJG just gets on pit road right now.
Yeah, here comes AJ down pit road.
Right. You remember how last time he tried to stay out 6? I think he realized how bad that hurt him last time trying to stay out those extra laps. So this time he said, I'm going to do whatever the leader does. Well, he was the leader, but whatever the guys that were right there with him was doing.
Yeah, and I think that would put Boom. Now we got it's between Boom and Mills right now, who are battling for the lead right now as we're going. Or as Boom hit the wall coming out too. 4 as they haven't not pitted yet. So these guys right here are actually battling for the lead right now. Oh, Mills up in the wall. Like I say, this is when the tires are worn out and the car will not turn no more. So they're pushing. Cause I said they're bound for the lead right now as they side by side.
Yeah, you see the guys in the back, they just made contact with the wall and contact with each other, so they're battling hard. Because here at the Giggity Racing League, we'd like to thank beer for keeping ugly girls beautiful for hundreds of years now.
Yeah, and it looks like we got Boom and Larson coming down pit road, so that would put Mills back up front, put Mills leading the race. And I see AJG right behind him. So I would not think.
AJG's
here goes Mills up against the wall.
Oh, in the wall. Oh.
And it looks like he's trying to come down pit road. He does. So he will relinquish the lead. And I would think AJ will have the lead right now, as I see Spanker, who is not far behind him. But like saying, I'll say straightaway, half the straightaway in between those two.
At least, they got a pretty good margin going. Like I said, we're still no cautions tonight. I'm really impressed with these guys and showing their quality of racing. AJG, I know he just loves it. He likes this track. He always asks me, hey, you want to come practice in Hampshire with me? And I'm just like, nah, I'll play some Formula 1 or something like that. But it shows why he likes this track. He's just dominating tonight.
As we ride on board with Spanker, which I believe is in second, I'm saying AJ pulled for big gap. Spanker did pit a couple laps, like a lap, maybe 2 laps earlier. That opens up the door big for AJ. And they, like I say, actually, I can see, like I say on board, I can see AJ. He, like I said, it's about
there you go, guys.
Yeah, about a half straightaway in between
pit stops.
So unless we get a caution.
This is AJG's race to win, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's get the second through fifth here. Let's see.
But I'm gonna ride along with Spanker just to give him his screen time since we didn't know he was the leader at the time. I'm gonna give him some screen time because he's been running a solid race. He was one of the guys to keep you out. If there wasn't, cause you see that
second right now.
Yeah. Let's say, because you see that Smitty's had his little struggle. He's been up and back in the top 3, but Spanker has been there. And one of those guys...
We got a car in the wall. We actually seen a car in the wall for the first time tonight. Let's see who this is. I believe it was a car getting out of the way, maybe, of these guys. Maybe it was a white car, but I
Yeah,
believe
I think
maybe he was just holding the
that is
wall, letting them
Creed,
by.
because AJ is catching up to him. So
Okay, awesome. I was hoping we wouldn't have trouble.
yeah,
I
like I
see
said,
Mills right here behind RKM. They've had a really good night.
yeah, but like I saying Spanker, he's been up there. Like saying one of these not one of these big cup guys under the team captain.
I'm on
He's
his onboard and seeing if he can chase him down.
If he gets a little closer, he might be able to put some pressure on him.
It's less than a straightaway. It's a half a straightaway now. And I mean, he's coming. He's. I would say maybe 2 tenths. He made up that lap. Yeah. He's catching AJG.
And it looks like we got another car that's lagged out. It looks to be on go with the flow. It looks like to have backed out. Maybe had some.
That's what I think I seen. Was go with the flow in the 10 car. Creed, he don't make it difficult for the 9.
No.
I believe if the 18 makes a mistake, the 9 is going to be there to pounce. So it's going to be all in AJG's hands whether he wants his victory or not. As I believe we come to about 14 to go. But the 9 is reeling him in maybe a tenth. Oh, as he gets a little tight there on that corner, but so he lost maybe that tenth. He's almost overdriving the exit just a hair. It's hard to do.
Like he can, like I said, we're in probably maybe 15-10 to go. He can see him. That's the thing. Now he's trying to push the game everything he can.
Have you ever drove it right at ISM or any short track or that you have to finesse and you can see the leader? Your instinct is to, go, but you can't.
He's driving it deep in the corner, trying to gain as much time as he can, and AJ's just running. I bet he's not even looking at his rear view mirror. He just hitting his marks.
I would shut it off if I was AJ. I would shut my mirror off if I was at that point and just run my own race and not even think about nothing. I would turn my mic off and if pits are not coming into strategy, just go ahead and I wouldn't say a peep for the rest of the race because a guy like Spanker is just waiting for him to make a mistake. He's running really consistent in the 9 here as I'm watching, see if anybody's got anything for him, and they don't. Oh, AJG in the wall.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's gonna be.
That's gonna be big.
Exactly what Spanker wanted to see. Is I'm on Spanker's onboard, and he pressed the gas pedal a little harder. He's within maybe a second and a half now.
Yeah, he gained a lot of time. I don't know what happened. I don't know. That might have been a lag problem.
He got tight and got into the wall,
and that closed the door for Spanker.
Yeah.
Like I say, now it's about.
His tires might be good. Hopefully he didn't burn his tires off. The Spanker might have been saving tires like we've been preaching all night. Tires is everything at this track, and let's hope he didn't burn his right front.
Like I say, now he's probably maybe 4, like I say maybe 6, 7 car lengths, and Spanker is digging now. He's digging, there. Yeah. He's if he wasn't driving hard before, he's digging, trying to get that lead. Cause now he's about less than a corner away. And he's driving it in there deep.
We definitely have to be getting close to the beer is good 10 to go. I mean, we have to be getting close. Spanker is really coming in the Napa Chevy. AJG has got the M&M's Toyota out front. They're about a second and a half difference. It's getting close, guys. Spanker has a chance. It's all going to be on who has the better tires, is what I think. Who can not make a mistake here in the final 10. Let's see, I would say 10 to go, actually. Yeah. What do you think, Trey? Can AJG hold him off?
Spanker is coming.
Really
Spanker
tight.
is digging. He's
Right.
He's driving that car in deep, trying to gain every tenth he can. Cause AJ's running that middle.
8 to go. 8 to go. Actually.
So he is driving the
7.
it
looks
like
AJ
watched
right front is almost gone. He can't hold the bottom at all.
And Spanker is coming.
Is gonna pounce. He gets in the wall a little bit.
But he's driving that thing in the center corner deep, and he's there. He is there.
Yeah, he's there. Is AJG?
He's plowing.
Here's one thing is getting to him, and the other thing is making the pass. So.
Like saying, right now it looks like he can run middle if he backs the corner up.
Spanker's starting to apply a little plow. I'm on his own board a little, and Spanker's just plowing just a little too.
Like I say, he makes up a lot of time in 3 and 4. He arcs it up high, or it looks like he might overdrove it there, but he gets that run in 3 and 4. That's when he makes up a lot of his time. Or as he hits the wall coming out of 4.
This is either 6 or 5 to go.
And he's digging, he's driving it in deep. And I don't know if AJ's paying attention, but he's got a full rear view of that 9. And he's coming hard. If AJ needs to hit 5 perfect laps, he needs to hit him 5 now. If Spanker drives it,
gets real tight, runs it real deep.
But like I say, AJ's probably just feathering that throttle, just trying to keep the car off the wall. And if the one thing he don't need to do is smack the wall coming out the corner, because that's what's going to eat up a lot of his time. But Spanker is trying.
Giggity 5 to go, and this has got a battle here, big battle. I don't think AJG's held him off.
Yeah, but Spanker is starting.
A little tight again.
Yeah, because Spanker is
coming.
I'm on board. He just backed that corner up, and he gained a lot of time on AJ. So if he just backs it up and just roll the bottom, he can make a little time up. As he drives it, and here he comes.
If he gets to his right, to his quarter panel, does he move him?
Like saying, he's not racing for points. I'm racing for a win. I would, but like saying, he's coming. It looks like he's driving
the Boston Lobster. I mean, to get the New Hampshire Lobster, I'd move him. I mean, he's my teammate, and I'd move him.
Yeah, but he's gaining on it. As AJ almost hit the wall coming out for it. It looks like Spanker's just backing up the corner and just let the car roll through the center. And he's to it, almost to his bumper. He is trying his hardest, trying to get to the bumper.
He's trying hard to get to him. He knows if he can just catch his rear quarter panel just a little, he can slow him down just enough.
Like I said, it looks like he backs the corner up in 3 and 4, but he drives it in deep in 1 and 2. And he's gaining on him.
Wants to win at New Hampshire. I mean, it's a track that, you say, hey, I actually beat 12 of the best
we're actually
players
coming to the white flag. We're getting close down to the white flag.
I think AJ's going to hold him off.
But he drove it in there. He drove it in there. It won't good enough. He's got one more corner to try to get there. He hit the wall.
It's all going to depend on how. I think that AJ, he knows he can just drive in that corner smoothly. It's game over.
AJ running wide. He ran it wide, but
there it is. He still got it. Yeah.
He had a big enough gap. As he comes to the line.
As AJ takes home the checkered flag tonight, in the New Hampshire Giggity 150. Like I said, this is our Cup Elite guys. Great job. He's one of our non-regulars. Didn't have a dash tonight, but he was able to get in and come out here and got the victory. So.
But Spanker was trying. I give props to Spanker.
I believe
Spanker was there.
Victory.
But
Spanker, he was digging.
He was trying his hardest. He was digging. Trying.
Which I did believe Caddy said only interview one guy because they was only going to have like a 10-minute break between races. So
but like saying, Spanker, if he didn't hit that wall coming out 2, he would have been there in 3 and 4 to drive it in there and maybe run him up the track just a little bit. Trying to see if he can get...
if Spanker could have got to him, he would have moved him. I honestly think if Spanker could have got, maybe not like just turned him, you know, like crazy, but
Yeah.
he would have definitely used his bumper a little bit to try to get around him. I think I would have.
But yeah, but like I say solid race for got no caution unless stage caution, and Spanker had the fastest lap, so he was coming. He was coming on strong.
Spanker had the fastest lap, and AJ with or Smitty with the second fastest lap.
Let's see if we can get our race winner in the booth and get a couple words from AJ. So give someone an invite. But yeah, great race from them guys. As
I'm actually proud of the Toyota camp to get a cup win. Actually, we were long overdue. Ford had been on a roll. Chevy had knocked off some nice finishes. Trout had some good finishes for RKM. Missed last week because of a vacation. You know, Toyota was overdue for a win there, so I was glad to see that.
yeah, that was a good. Like I would say that last 10 laps was a show for you guys because they was driving it hard, trying to.
Yeah, I hate that we didn't get as many of the guys in the back, you know, battling for third through fifth, but they were battling so good up front, you know, that we didn't want to take our eyes off of that battle.
Yeah. See if we can get
I
AJ.
believe Taddy's going to be happens with his leg. I'm sure Fluffy will be back for Pocono.
Yeah.
But gonna try to get our winner AJG in here. The Giggity Cup 150 at New Hampshire. Let's see. And I would have to have, I mean, I wouldn't have put AJ in the underdog category, but, I mean, dark horse category, but, I wouldn't have put him as a favorite for tonight, so he ran a great race, you know, so I'm going to, hopefully he comes in here and get a few words from him.
Yeah, I don't know if you can send him a message to let him know, see if he can join the booth or not.
Yeah, I got him on my friends list here, he's one. He's actually, I think he's turned 15 now, and I'll tell you what, I honestly believe if he's as good on Heat 4 as he is on Heat 3, that he will be one of the people to watch out for to an up-and-coming Pro League, to be honest. He has a chance to make the Pro League, I believe, in the upcoming years. If he would have been old enough this year, he would have made the top 50, but he wasn't old enough.
Yeah.
I'm messaging him right now.
Yeah, stay up a little longer trying to get him in the booth, but if not, we just gonna take a little break as those guys get a little bit of a break as they go into.
You already sent him an invite?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him to take your invite.
But if not, we'll try to catch with them after Pocono if we can. But yeah, it was a good race for us guys. And like saying, if you haven't done yet, please hit that subscribe button.
You said you haven't sent him an invite. Let's see.
Let me try it again. Invite player.
For you if I need to.
Here he is.
There he is. What's up, buddy? Great race there. I'll tell you what, Spanker was coming hard. Was you getting worried there? I seen you was getting really tight there at the end. So what was you thinking whenever Spanker got to your door there, or to your bumper? What about 8, 9 to go? Yeah, we seen you hit the wall or something. Like like you lost a lot of time. Right. Right.
Yeah. But Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great racer. I'll let Trey ask you a couple questions here.
Like saying, when you saw him getting closer, what was your? Cause I know this track is abusive on tires. Did the tire had to come up anything to do with that too? With you plowing, what was your right front at getting down into the in number 10 to go?
Mm-hmm. So taking 2 tires versus 4 made a difference tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But it was worth it, right, by not losing 2 seconds on the pit stop. That's a good strategy. Are you running the Pocono race? Okay, so you're not going for the double. Okay.
Yeah. I was saying, as like saying, I wouldn't say a hot seat driver, but you was a non-regular, as you saw today. And I don't know if you saw the actual Cup race today. We saw.
I wouldn't say that. He pulled up the upset like Justin Haley did.
Yeah,
pretty
like
much,
so we saw Haley take the upset win in Daytona. You took the upset win here in New Hampshire, tying the first regular here in the Giggity. Like say you like saying when we saw Fluffy had trouble early in the race, then it was just down to you and RJ. And we saw RJ had trouble. You became the new Fluffy, like the guy to beat for the rest of the night. So I give you nothing but congrats. And like I say, a solid one for Toyota and a solid one for you, buddy.
Right. Great job, man. Like I said, like I told the viewers at home, I think you could be one of the up-and-comer esports drivers here once you turn 16 and everything, man. So congratulations on winning at New Hampshire. Great race, buddy. All right, buddy. Yes, sir. Like I said, I think you'll have a chance.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Well, yeah. All right. For those who staying viewing with us, we're going to take a short break. We're going to end the stream for right now, but we'll be back. We'll be at the Tricky Triangle. Like I said, there ain't no turn.
The Giggity Tricky Triangle.
Where we're going, we don't need a turn 4. We just need 3. But we'll be back in about maybe 5-10 minutes. Keep it locked on your screen. But like I said, if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We always love them. We always like new subscribers. Hit the like buttons. We always like that thumbs up. And if you want to see us, like saying, when we start come back on, you better hit that bell button to let you know when we're back on racing in about another 5-10 minutes. But also, if you want to come join us, we're always looking for new faces. We're always looking for good.
New subscribers, man. We'll be throwing out setups, everything. So, you know, for people, once we get some more subscribers and everything, you know, maybe for, 100 subscriber, so tell your friends, we need to get some more subscribers. But, like I said, we'll be back at Tricky Triangle. Great job, but I'll be back in 10.
Yeah. But, yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit that likes button, hit that bell button for us. And if you want to come join us, we always look for new drivers. We'll look for friendly faces to join us either in the booth or out on the track. We race Mondays, Monday, Thursday, and Sundays for our presets. Wednesdays and Fridays are our custom for Xfinity and Cup. So if you want us to come join us, hit us up at our PSN name at KTaddy8829 MP Roofer. Trey 7964. We'll get you in a ride and get you ready for a race coming up soon. But we'll see y'all in about another 10-15 minutes, and we enjoy you stopping by and watching the stream.